Dietitians can do anything from food service to clinical to corporate. So why not create a membership program? Membership programs are a business model of the future, but so many dietitians are not sure how to make them work in their business. In today's video, I'm sharing the what, why, and how of online membership programs. I'm also going to share the most common question that I get about membership programs, as well as the question I wish more dietitians asked. Memberships are websites that host content only available for people who have purchased the membership, so they have access to that content. Memberships are a model. They're a community-based model where people pay a fee to be part of the community, and that is a recurring revenue fee, meaning that they're paying on a monthly basis or an annual basis to be a part of a community. Now, recurring revenue, meaning monies that you receive on a monthly, annual basis, is good for business. In fact, the most successful dietitians that get time back into their lives have a recurring revenue stream incorporated into their business offerings. Now, when customers join your online membership program, they get access to the community that you have offered, which typically includes content. Options can include videos, checklists, or downloads, and they can also offer courses available for people who join. So there's a lot of different options. Now, if you think about memberships and what that really means, there's a lot of different organizations that have membership programs. Think about associations, clubs, non-for-profit, and even think about businesses, meaning for-profit organizations. To paint a picture we can all relate to, think about the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics. That is a membership program. And when and if you're a member like me for the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics, they offer member-only content, such as the salary calculator that you can use to understand what your salary can be if you're competing or negotiating, as well as the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics compensation survey guide, which shows that dietitians are broke and only less than 10% of dietitians make over $100,000 a year. So that information is available behind a paywall, meaning if you're a member of the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics. If you're wondering why should dietitians create a membership program, the benefits are huge. Firstly, you can help more people, and a lot of us became dietitians to help people. And when we target our messaging and we're specific with who we're helping, we're really impacting communities with our specific targeted messaging, and that feels really good. You're also taking a client-centered approach because you have accessible price points. Recently, one of our clients who has a very successful 6-figure membership said that it's important to her to create a price point that's accessible for members because when she was struggling with nutrition problems, she invested in a service that was affordable for her, and it was important to her personally to be able to give back to her community and also offer an accessible price point. Now, we're going to talk about price in a minute, but keep in mind that memberships are usually priced much lower than access to private coaching. Memberships help you make money. Recurring revenue is an excellent business model that supports a lot of problems businesses have, which can include cash flow. So if you create a revenue model that is reoccurring in your business, you've created a sustainable business model. Now, with a membership, you can teach what you know, like a disease state. And for me, and especially here at Dietitian Boss, teaching what you know is the crux of the proprietary process that I created, because I show dietitians how to package the information that they already know that they learned in school and customize it and sell it online to help more people. And that's something that you could do very easily in the form of a membership model. You can earn leveraged income, meaning you can get out of that one-on-one rat race of always having to trade your time for money. So membership is not fully passive, meaning it's not like an online course where you come up with the information and you sell it if you are offering a course with no live component, assuming you are. But in a membership, it is not fully passive because there are going to be times where you're offering your time and energy. So it's considered a leveraged source of income. That's still a better source of income than completely active, because active income, meaning where you're sheerly trading time for money like private coaching, is not a scalable model, unless if you're hiring coaches under you, but then that's a whole other story because then you got to focus on your management skills. Leveraged income means the idea that the time and effort that you put into your business will give you exponential results in terms of your earnings. Basically, you have potential for recurring monthly annual revenues. And you can also have the opportunity to overcome challenges because you'll have to learn more about technology and integrations and automations. And it is possible to learn. There's a lot of great resources out there online. And when you join our community, we show you and walk you through a lot of those resources. It's an opportunity for you to learn. And you'll be able to improve your business skills. So running a membership will help you with your hard skills, such as making technology work and integrating technology, and your soft skills, such as your ability to communicate with people and work on your communication and interpersonal skills. You can also improve your analytical skills, which are a requirement if you're running a business. And luckily, dietitians typically have this trait. This is what's required on job descriptions for dietitians. You need to have the ability to focus on analytical thinking. And when you are looking at your marketing efforts, like email marketing, to get people to join your membership, you're going to have to pay attention to those key metrics. How many subscribers do you have? What's your conversion rate and your engagement rate? And being able to train your brain to think more analytically is going to support the growth of your membership. There are fast feedback opportunities in a membership. And of course, you need to create that and tell people what the opportunities are. Maybe you have a customer support email accessible, or you have opportunities for surveys regularly, and you tell people about those opportunities, or you offer feedback calls. But there's a great opportunity baked into the model of a membership, because when you're active in the community and you're running a membership, you have a higher likelihood for people to give you feedback. So it's a great chance for you to learn from how you can improve your processes. And you can build community, and especially around nutrition and around the topic that you represent, whether that be disease state, sports performance, life cycle nutrition, it could be gender, culture, whatever. You are able to create a community, and that's a really special part about running a membership. So which benefit stands out to you? I want you to comment below in the description box and let me know what you think is the most exciting. You might be wondering, what should a monthly membership include? Typically, memberships focus on content, coaching, and/or community. Typically, there's a primary focus, like content, and one secondary focus, and that could be community or coaching. An example might be a primary content membership that also has a community. Now, coaching is optional. You might decide you want to have one live session a month or two. There's a lot of different ways to run it. But again, there's typically one primary deliverable, like content, and one secondary deliverable. There can be a tertiary deliverable, but I want you to focus on one primary and one secondary deliverable for your membership. I'm a fan of content-based memberships because that primary deliverable helps you package the information that you already know and sell it online. As a great example, Ryan Kipping, one of our past clients, has created the prenatal library. So she's taken the information she already knows from being a past WIC dietitian and packaged it into a library. And now she has a team and help to be able to help support more women who want to experience a feel-good pregnancy. So my favorite type of membership has the primary deliverable of content, because as dietitians, we have so much information that we can share with people that will help them solve their problems, right? Their lack of knowledge and their insecurities when it comes to anything related to food or their specific nutrition outcome. Now, content examples can include online courses and live webinars. And you can also include downloads and checklists. There's a lot of different ways that you can create content inside of your membership. Now, you can also create a curriculum for your members. For example, you can have bloat management 101, 201, and 301. So there's different levels of how you can help people, because again, you're trying to keep them, you're trying to retain customers long term, but you also have to spend time and effort creating a community that they want to stay with. Community is a huge reason why people stay in a membership. So having a community section, like a forum and an opportunity for people to connect and network, can really help retention in your membership, especially if you've taken the time, like Ryan, to create a community of like-minded, similar people, or people who are experiencing something similar. In Ryan's case, it's prenatal. For us here at Dietitian Boss, we created Dietitian Boss Rebellion as our membership. So dietitians who want to start and grow a private practice have come together to support one another and grow alongside each other. And that experience, when you do that alongside your peers, is much less lonely than when you're trying to problem solve by yourself on your computer. You also want to have an archive of content. And this is something I've personally struggled with over the years. I've gotten better at it because I have a team that helps me with organization. You're going to want to take a moment and think about, after you've created all this amazing content, where does it live? And how can you create a visually appealing aesthetic for people to search and find the content? And some of that is figuring out what platform you're using, which we'll talk about in a minute. And the other part of that is some testing and some trial and error and some packaging and organizing of how people can access the information on the interface of your membership software. Because again, you're going to want to save the content over time so people can access it. So how do I price my membership? Very popular question. You can do monthly, annual, and quarterly, meaning that people can pay month to month, they can pay once a quarter, or they can pay every year. According to the online membership industry report from the Membership Geeks, they say that on average, the price for a business to consumer membership, now that's you, a registered dietitian, you're a business that's helping a consumer, that would be people who want help with nutrition, that is a typical price range of $25 to $49 a month. So that if you take that price range and then you can multiply that per quarter and annually to see what you would price at if you had 3 different options, that monthly, quarterly, and annual rate for people if they don't just want to choose the monthly option. So knowing that what the industry standards are for pricing, you probably want to choose somewhere within that range. Now, the price range in total for other different types of business models can be anywhere from $15 to $100. You can test pricing and you can also start lower, and it's easier to start lower and to increase your price with time than it is to start really high and lower your price with time. It also depends on your business type in terms of how you price your membership model. If you're a business to consumer type, like a dietitian, you want to go with a lower price range. But if you're a business to business model, like us here at Dietitian Boss, we're a business helping businesses, typically business to business models can charge a little bit higher than a business to consumer model. So we're priced on the higher range of what's average and expected. And also the price range can have to do with the deliverables and how much you're offering inside the membership as well. So I want you to take a moment and think to yourself, what price range feels good to you for your membership? Now here it is, the most common question that I get asked. How do I decide what technology to use? So my suggestion is to keep it simple. The topic of membership site platforms is quite robust because there are a lot of different options and integrations and price points. Now I can do another video to compare and contrast membership site platforms if there's interest, so comment below and let me know if that's something that you would enjoy. Now, I'm a fan of third-party platforms because they're cheaper and easier to get started, and it's all about getting started and iterating with time. There are third-party platforms such as Kajabi, Thinkific, Teachable, and Mighty Networks. And there's also self-hosted such as WordPress. Now, let's talk for a minute about pros and cons. Self-hosting, meaning WordPress, is more expensive than using a third-party app, but you have more control over the building process. You will also need a higher level of skill to set it up and to run it. It's not just the setup, you also have to make sure that you're running the membership and making improvements on that platform. So that's why you want to choose something that you can manage. Third-party platforms are absolutely recommended when you start out. Keep it simple, build with time, and focus on making sure that your marketing efforts are working and that the content that you have inside the membership is actually aligned with what they want. I would focus on that before worrying too much about the hosting options, because you can always upgrade later. A lot of our most successful clients started out using a third-party app and have upgraded with time. And that's also what we've done too here at Dietitian Boss to role model for you. One of the biggest problems I see in the industry, and experts agree, is that people feel, as dietitians, you feel that your membership is done once you've completed it, and that couldn't be further from the truth. Creating memberships and running memberships and a recurring revenue model is a constant work in progress. So you're going to be wanting to update and fine-tune, get feedback, work on making adjustments over time. It's something that you will need to put effort and energy towards. Now, even though a membership model is a leveraged income stream, meaning you can get exponential results for your inputs towards that model, there's still going to be work, and it's in your best interest to be focusing on building out a curriculum for long term, creating content that your members want to see, and making sure you have systems in place to gather feedback to improve how you've delivered this information for your clients. Now, how do you keep members? This is the question that I wish I got asked more, because keeping members is such an important topic, and most businesses that struggle with staying afloat and not shutting down have cash flow issues. And in order to make sure that you have circumvented any cash flow issues in your business, you want to have a recurring membership model, and you want to focus on keeping clients, because retaining a client is a lot cheaper than getting a new client. Now, of course, you want to focus on everything. You want to keep clients and get new ones, but you want to make sure you have some metrics in place to look at what number of retention are you looking for. And in memberships, it's called churn, meaning the amount of people that leave over time. And you want to know what number you're at What's your churn rate, and how can you decrease that? And that's why constantly putting time and energy towards your membership can help you with managing those churn rates and focusing on giving a great experience that your members will never want to leave. So you can make these modifications with looking at increasing customer retention by focusing first on your mindset. Now, in school, we learn these clinical skills, and we don't learn much about business skills like critical thinking, problem solving, decisiveness, and interpersonal skills. And when it comes to running a membership, the first person that you're going to have to look to when it comes to managing retention issues is yourself and your ability to think through problems and your reasoning skills. So if you can sit and think about data and metrics and how you can make decisions and take actions to support your data and metrics, then you're going to be in better shape if your mind can start shifting towards looking at the numbers and making data-driven decisions. You want to focus on letting go of perfection. A lot of dietitians are focusing on non-revenue generating tasks, meaning beautifying their membership website, beautifying checklists. And although that's important to a certain degree, what we really need to be focusing our efforts and energy on would be making sure that our product solves the problem that our members want to solve, and making sure that we're talking to customers and finding out how we can improve our processes and what we can do to strengthen our program. Revenue generating tasks are also going to include sales conversations, looking at optimizing your sales conversion rates from your website, and looking at what activities you can double down on based on your efforts and what efforts are most fruitful that you have been taking action on with respect to marketing. So you want to really be focusing on what's revenue generating, how can you better focus your time and energy towards giving a great experience that people will really love. And that's going to require, again, some focus and effort on developing your critical thinking skills. According to that report from the Membership Geeks, the top way to get members is via content marketing. And content and email marketing is the most effective way to get members to join. Remember that your time and energy and effort should be focused a lot on getting new members and keeping existing members. And so when you're thinking about how to run your day as a membership site owner, keep in mind what is most urgent and important and revenue generating that you can focus your attention on. You also want to engage with members. So remember that memberships are based on a community. Typically, that's a secondary deliverable. And when you're able to foster community among your members and create that community as a membership site owner, you have a better chance of people enjoying their experience and taking action so that they can really improve the skill sets and the reasons that they join your membership in the first place. In your onboarding, you want to be clear, meaning when somebody joins your membership, you want to share with them what they have access to, how they can benefit from being a member, and what they can do to get the most out of your time together. And you also want to reinforce that onboarding experience throughout their entire lifespan in the membership. So that means you're constantly referring back to the curriculum or the content that you have in your membership, and you're constantly reminding them to share things in the community. So you're encouraging that they take action on the things that you've told them to take action on when you first had them join and they were onboarded through probably an email sequence or a series of emails that they received when they joined. Feedback is important, and having mechanisms and opportunities for you to get feedback from your existing members about what you can do to improve your processes. And get help. You don't want to do this alone. There's a lot of pieces when it comes to membership, from the technology to the actual content to running the membership program. So you want to make sure that you have reached out to get help. We are here to support you at Team Dietitian Boss, and we have a lot of options to help you by creating your digital products, and specifically memberships. If you're wondering, are membership sites profitable? The answer is yes. This model of recurring revenue is extremely lucrative. In order to achieve profitability, you're going to need to focus on a few key things. You want a clear value as to why people are going to join your membership. That's also called a value proposition, meaning what is special and unique about your membership compared to somebody else's, or even your membership compared to another product or service that you offer within your own business. So there needs to be clearly defined value. You also want to choose a membership type, like a content-focused membership, so people know why they're joining and how they're going to learn the information that you have decided that they're going to learn through your value proposition. You want to focus on community, so building that forum where peers can connect together and network and lean on each other, and that you foster that community and you're supporting that they are interacting together. And peer-to-peer learning is a fantastic way for people to learn and grow. You're going to need to focus on tech systems and automation. Now, where this might start off really simple in terms of technology, like a third-party platform and automations, there might be less automations at first. As your membership grows, you will need to increase the level of automation automations and the complexity of your hosting platform. Members who stay. Retention is very important when it comes to a membership model because memberships are created with retention in mind. So you want to think of, if you've got a content-focused membership type, what is it that you can do to constantly be feeding your membership content that supports what your members want and need? And that's why the feedback from them is so important. Now, the gold standard of a successful and profitable membership includes members who advocate for your membership. And you don't need to ask them, you don't need to pay them or incentivize them. They just go out and they talk about how amazing and transformative of an experience it's been to be a member in your community. So you know you're doing great if you've got multiple people advocating for you and for the membership that you've created. That's how you know you're on track. A membership site can be extremely profitable, but only if people join. So how do you get people to purchase and stay? Focus on your marketing efforts. Email marketing, social media marketing, traditional marketing, or a combination. Focus on sales, building landing pages or sales pages. Look at your conversion rates. Improve your sales copy, meaning what you're writing to incentivize people to take action. Focus on messaging. What do people want your membership to be about? Focus on product development, meaning what is the membership type, like content focus, then developing what the content includes, and that can support you to create a great product. There's no way that the first time around, the first launch of the membership, or even the first year, you're gonna have a slam dunk, because it takes time to create a good product. And when your product is good, customers will advocate for you without you asking. A good membership sells itself. If you want to learn more about one of our clients who's created an extremely successful membership, she's full-time, traveling the world, and she's hired her family as staff in her membership, I want you to check out this next video on screen.